Hello people, I really want to talk about the like changing Aloy's face scenario. I want to talk about that again, but I want to do like a full kind of like breakdown of that and talk about another game I actually done the exact same thing too, and you know what I'm about to talk about too. Well, this is going to be more of a kind of like breakdown of, you know, what Guerrilla Games did with their first Horizon Zero Dawn game. Um, yeah, they basically changed her face in that one too. They really did. With all the updates and everything else, like I said in the little short video snippet. Um, they did, and I noticed it very well when I was actually playing it too, and actually like grabbing my phone, and when I was like doing like a video series, I'm gonna turn the video. I'm gonna turn this down too because I don't want the sound in the background interfering what I'm doing. I did try to make a series based on the Horizon game, but I just stopped because I just didn't want to do any more like gaming series for a while. I gotta turn this down on my television. Okay, let me have a look. I want to see if this is true to the main point of my video. I'm gonna try to skip all this. I wish I can actually turn the camera around. But I will anyway. This is my video, okay? Okay. Remember how I told you they did change their face in the first game? And this is proof. This is my video. That doesn't look like the original Aloy from the first game. With all the updates they did, right, they practically changed her face within all them updates. Her cheeks were more slimmer and everything else. Her face was not really that fat and everything else. I just don't get it why they have to change it. I just don't get it why they have to change it. And that is proof. That is proof they actually did change it. And when I first played the game, I never had internet back then when I first got the game, but the game actually run pretty much fine without the updates and everything on it. I remembered Aloy's face being a lot more slimmer in the original game, and I was like looking at it like, huh. And this is around about the time when they were like showing off like the video for Horizon 2 Forbidden West, I should say. And people were complaining about it, and I was like, people were complaining about the face. Like, it just didn't look like Aloy. It looked so, what's the word? Repulsive. Her face just looks so repulsive in the second game. And to actually stick up for the people who actually did said that, they are fucking right. Her face is absolutely repulsive. It's not Aloy's face, like, and they done it with in the first game with all the updates too. I remember her face being a lot more slimmer, a lot more woman-like, and everything else. And yeah, they did, and there's the proof and the evidence to show you. And another game I want to talk about too, Spider-Man. They actually done the exact same thing in that game too, in the PS4 game. Great game. Great game. Yeah, great game. But they did the same to Peter Parker's face. I didn't mind the original Peter Parker's face. I didn't really mind it that much. They have to go out their way just to change his face, but back in the days, I was hearing people saying looks a lot more like Tom Holland and everything else, and the thing is, I actually looked up the actor who plays as him. It looks a little bit like him, but not really. I just think this is really weird. What PlayStation and these PlayStation, brands like Insomniac. Is it Insomniac? Insomniac? Yeah, I think so. Insomniac and Guerrilla Games. One of my favorite games too. My favorite game of Guerrillas is actually Killzone, the Killzone series. Yeah, I wish they still make more Killzone. It's the thing is, right, I don't really want to say too much on here because I'm afraid my YouTube channel will be demonetized and everything else. I'm just gonna talk in code and you can actually understand it yourself. I don't really want nothing to do with the Horizon franchise. I'm even thinking of selling my copies online, and actually deleting these videos too, because I just don't want nothing to do with the brand. And I know Hideo Kojima actually did played a role of making this game I think this is during the time when he got kicked out of Konami. Yeah, I just don't really want nothing to do with the franchise. Just the franchise has become too political. I had enough of it, man. I even destroyed my copy of Naughty Dog wait, let me see. Having a brain explosion here, trying to figure out what I'm about to say, and what game I'm talking about. The Last of Us. I didn't want nothing to do with the Last of Us game. What they did to Joel, and not just that too, when Neil Druckmann actually lied to the fans. And they were actually going political in that game too, and I just didn't want nothing to do with it. I just had enough of it. I had enough of the game altogether. I had enough of the lies, and I had enough of the false advertisement. Neil Druckmann should been, arrested, and false advertisement is actually a federal crime. False advertisement actually goes under the same category as fraud. I didn't like how they would, especially with the Last of Us Part 1, what they released for the PS5, they practically changed Ellie's face. They changed not really much of Joel's face, but they changed his daughter's face. Yeah, I just don't understand why they have to do that shit. It's just you already have something good, just leave it how it is, But they fucked it up with the Part 2 game. And yeah, they just completely destroyed the franchise, what Neil Druckmann did. He practically said on, on stage you get to play as Ellie and Joel through the whole game and everything else, but you don't. That's a whole bullshit lie in itself. You should be charged for false advertisement. That it falls under the same category as fraud, you know. And yeah, I just didn't like what they were doing, like what Sony is doing now. Like I just don't get it. Like I just don't get it why they're being very political with their video games, and not just that too, changing these beloved characters' faces. Like, I remember playing Aloy in the first game, and like her look was beautiful. I'm just gonna say it like that, beautiful. Like, beautiful, well done. She looked like a woman in that game, but in the second game, she looks more like a dude. Same with this too. Like, when I see this, like, it kind of like throws me off. Like, when she had her original face, and when I was like going around the wasteland playing as her, I felt like I was playing a Joan of Arc character. Like a beautiful, strong woman with knight armor on, you know. You know? But they have to do shit like this, you know, with the first game, and now they've done it with the first game, and because they were making this game, and they really wanted to change her face in the let me rephrase that. They wanted to change her face because when they were making the second game, and they changed her face in that one, you know, let me keep going. When they changed her face in that one, they had to go back and change her face with that one in the first game with all the updates. It's like, why you have to do that? And you know the thing is, right, they could have the same face, the same Aloyd's face, just a bit aged up a little bit. You know? Still have her woman looks, but aged her up a little bit. Like, the game is set in like about 3 or 4 years down the line, I think. The second game, I should say. They should have aged her up, but with the same face. I've been seeing this a lot lately, and I just don't really want nothing to do with it. I'm not even buying the DLC for Burning Shores. I don't want nothing to do with it. I'm even thinking of just getting all my copies. I'm actually getting my the original copy I actually got. Wait, let me have a look. That just piqued my curiosity. Let me see. Where is it? That just really did pique my curiosity. I think I have to pause the video for a little bit before I find it. Give me a sec. Hello, I'm back, and I just got the original cover of the Last of Us. The first Horizon game. The first cover, this one. Just to prove this is true. This is Aloyd's face from the first game, and this is the first cover when it was actually first, like, you know, was brought out to the community. And that's how she looked like from the first game. You could tell how her face was a little bit slimmer. You know, it looks more ladylike in that one. In this one, it looks a lot more different. A lot different. It does. It does look a lot different. Even the disc even proves it. See the disc? Her face looks a lot more slimmer, and it looks like more like a ladylike look of a woman face. And yeah, they basically did change their face in that, with all the updates and everything else. Am I complaining about it? No, I'm not, because I don't really care much about the franchise no more. Like, you just see me how I just chucked that over my shoulders, because I don't want nothing to do with them, because of all the political bullshit they're putting into their video games these days. Guerrilla Games has practically fallen down to the same category as like all these other Sony companies. I just don't know why they have to do that. Like, I just don't know why. I'm just gonna play this a little bit. And you know, the funny thing is, right? this is really funny, right? Like all the other characters, right? Like all the main characters. Oh, sorry, all the other characters, all the side characters, right? They stay the way they are, you know, but they aged them up a little bit. Like, I don't really know the characters by name. And especially in the second game, like all the side characters, they make them look, you know, beautiful. And they make their flagship character very unattractive to the human eye. And I'm not even saying that, you know, in a sexual way. I'm not. I'm really basically not. Like, I just don't understand the reasoning behind it. Like, it's just weird. It's very weird. It's unusual. Why they did that to the first game and with all their updates too. It's bizarre. It's really bizarre. Like, this is during the time when they were making Horizon, like, Zero Dawn. Oh, sorry, Horizon 2 Forbidden West, right? And they had to go back, you know, back to their old game and change up things too with Aloy's face. I just find that weird. Very weird, very unusual. Very unusual behaviour from Guerrilla Games. Very unusual behaviour. Well, there's my proof, and there's Squeezy. There's my proof to tell you they did change Aloy's face in the first game, and talking about other games too, how they're just changing everything else. Like, you know, the thing is, right, it's kind of like the Mandela effect, you know. It's like, it's weird. Like, even I picked up on this, you know, years and years ago, you know. It was very weird. And this is when I kind of like stopped playing the first game. I was meant to do a bloody damn series on this. This was during the time when Horizon 2 was about to come out. And I kind of like stopped it because I notice the things what people have been saying about the second game and what they've done to this game too. It's just weird. I'm just gonna leave it as that, and I hope you all have a good one. And me breaking this down for you and showing you the proof and the evidence in hand, and it's written in black and white. It's like, it's kind of bonkers, I should say. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it as that, and Yahweh bless you, and have a good day on this good flat stationary plane. See it and salute to you. Bye.